The knee is back to factory settings, and Kawhi 2K is feeling very good. Ball is up, game is on. Clippers win the tap. They'll have to start the fourth as well. Kawhi Leonard controlled, picked up by Keldon Johnson. They go right to work with the Ivica Zubac. The hook shot crawls over the front of the rim, and the Clippers strike first. Digit lead the next game. Missed shot, extended possession. HD up with it on the wing for three. Talk about pace. Last night against the Lakers, for those who understand, the number was 108. That was their pace. It's about 5 points higher than normal. As Terrence Mann, little razzle-dazzle, knocks down a mid-range. 7-3.
Well, I remember a week ago they got 2 of those against the Clippers. They were ready for that one. Paul George was ready to finish it in transition.
And a timeout for San Antonio.
Tough spot to take it in.
Plenty of time to shoot, however, for the Clippers. George has it on the wing. And he connects on a 3. He's not a threat from out there. Only one of his shots have come from outside that painted area. Goes up top to Keldon Johnson with just 5 to shoot. Hurdle sets a screen. Johnson able to work down the lane and lays it in as he challenges Ivica Zubac at the end.
Giving them space right now. Let's see if they double team.
Into the paint. George for 3. Hit one earlier there. Knocks it down again. The Clippers lead by 10. Clippers just 2 for 7 from above the arc here in this first quarter. Johnson, the drive of the dish. Good ball movement. McDermott for 3. It's all cotton for San Antonio.
I think you hit it right on the head, Brian. The reason is he's felt his way through these games, feeling stronger and stronger in his own mind. And you see the bucket on the little.
Bit of a line change here for Greg Popovich. Doug McDermott hands off to Blake Wesley, playing in just his 5th game. Johnson loses the ball, level larceny. Kawhi Leonard the other way. A graceful glide into the rim.
About putting Reggie in to handle the pressure.
Reggie drives down the lane, gets to the rim, and lays it in. A whistle. Reggie is down.
That's one of the areas they look for him to improve is its perimeter game. And sometimes we see the bucket by Kawhi, the foul, chance for another 3-point play.
21-18. On the heels of the Clippers having a 19-9 lead. Johnson inside, lays it up and lays it in. Number 1 point of emphasis for Ty Lue defensively tonight against the Spurs. Late in the clock, Kawhi gonna have to bail him out. Pump fake, pulls the trigger ahead of the horn. It is good. Count the bucket for Kawhi. 41 first quarter points for the Clippers. Bottom third of the rest of the season. He has been phenomenal for the Clippers. Collins has it for San Antonio. Whips one inside to Roby. Counted on a foul, punching. I don't think so. And I like the challenge, but it just adds time to the game, which is they don't want to do that. Collins, only nice defensive play, but scores up on the other side as well. Collins comes away with his 5th rebound. McDermott, catch and shoot 3.
Shooter. Yes, sir.
But handling the pressure for the Clippers. Powell zigs and zags his way to the foul line. The leaping leader is good for Norman Powell. He has 9 off the bench. A nice drive inside by Keldon Johnson. It's a rib contusion for Mook, but expected to not be sidelined too long. Jackson counted on a foul. Reggie Jackson knocks it down. He's got 7 off the bench. Chicago, Milwaukee, and then Knicks and Nets for the Clippers. George lets it fly. Boy, he's got some talent. Paul George knocks it down. He's got a dozen. Hurdle posting on Leonard. And Hurdle was part of that trade that sent Kawhi to Toronto. I guess that his minute restriction, if there is one, is around 24 minutes. Leonard down the lane, a whistle, a foul, count it, and send that young man to the line.
I like the idea that you're holding an 18-point lead, but don't give up too much before the half.
Branham for 3, it is good. 62-47. George taking on Keldon Johnson, turns the corner from 20. And Paul George now is back the other way, gets a foot race, he takes it to the rim, passes back out to Kennard. Sloppy transition play for the Clippers.
A little bit out of control, got up in the air, had nowhere to go.
Keldon Johnson makes him pay as he lays it in. 2:40 remain in the first half. George for 3. I'll tell you what, if you give him an inch, he's taking the shot.
And we talked about the ABA days when he was coaching the Kentucky Spurs. We see PG stick the arm in, the steal, and the emphasis at the end.
Who knew he was Dutch? The windmill by George. Collins with a rebound for San Antonio. Coming off the bench, Collins now with 6 caroms for the Spurs. Jones down the lane, down the hatch it goes. Well, I'll be very honest. Even if the Clippers were healthy all year, I didn't think you would see the best version of the Clippers until January. As Covington knocks down a three. It's a screen from Zoo. Bounces back to Zoo, leading him down the lane. Now Kawhi Leonard late in the clock, picked up by Pirtle. Rises from 20. The shot is good. Kawhi Leonard is 8 of 11 from the field. Johnson into Pirtle, a floater. Hits the back rim, straight up, and then straight through for Jakob Pirtle. He'll be a free agent at year's end, which is the reason why perhaps San Antonio might be looking to move him. Leonard for three. I'm telling you what, 9 of 12. Kawhi Leonard now leads all with 23.
That face has jumper dead.
George to the rim, whistle, count the basket, and send him to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Made his move along the baseline, still able to convert.
George finds Kennard, open for three, lets it fly. Luke Kennard knocks it down. His first three in what feels like a month of Sundays. Kennard puts the Clippers out in front by 29.
And he rotated out of that deep left corner so that there was
63%. George once again spins away from his defender, back to Zoo. Look out below! Rattles the street lamps out on Figueroa. Ivica Zubac puts the Clippers out in front. Call you the czar of the television. That was one of the best telestration jobs you have done since we've been working together. I don't know how you do it.
Clippers will score 130 points.
You are a wise man. You come off that 164-point pace, I believe. Zoo picking up those 5 fouls. I'll be honest, I'm not that upset about it. We talked about possible fatigue for Zoo. That could be one way to get him out of the game. How about Batum knocking down a three? He's 10, which I believe he did in Miami in January of 2020. Roby for three, it is good. Dueling banjos here in downtown Los Angeles. George gets a bone-crushing screen set by Zoo. Rewards the big fella for the flush. Collins, who made some noise in that first half, swivels his way to the rim and lays it in. Zach Collins now, 7 points and 6 rebounds.
I'd like to concentrate on this game. Don't try and take my attention away.
Roby for three after the flyby by Leonard, and he knocks it down. Clippers will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. We'll see if that Reggie Jackson can't get him a little bit of momentum. Leonard, step back, 15-footer. It is good for Kawhi Leonard. He's got
Clipper defense starting to extend and put more pressure on denying reversal passes across the court. Something that they want to look at. It produces more turnovers, and there's Covington with the left-hand finish.
Stanley Johnson in high school at Mater Dei played with Mike Brown's son Elijah Brown about 10 years ago. Drive of the dish, good ball movement, finds an open Paul George for three. It is good. He continues. McDermott, Wesley for the flush. 10-20 to play. George accelerates, drives and dishes. Powell in the corner, seductive ball fake, pulls the trigger. It's gonna get 9-2 start for the Clippers here in the fourth. Reggie inside lays it in. It's an 11-2 run to open up the frame, and the Clippers. The league's a better place when he is in it. We talked about it when we were in San Antonio on Friday as George glides to the rim and lays it in.
San Antonio got David Robinson and came up with Tim Duncan, and you have Orlando as the floating running hook that time.
One thing the Spurs have been great at is not necessarily finding the top guys. It's the guys later in the draft that has kind of built that defensive rebound of the Clippers reload. Covington from the wing, spoon feeds Diabate for the flush. And the third headline that's almost as important as the other two, and that is the Clippers ran through the tape. Had a big lead. The lead is ballooned as Boston takes it to the cup. A two-handed hammer. But a week before the All-Star break begins, turnover, lob ahead to Boston. You're all clear, kid. Double clutcher. Last week we saw Greg Popovich and Kawhi Leonard have a